Hello and good morning. Welcome to Yogalates. My name's Amanda. So today's class, you'll need a nice big jug of water and a yoga block. You can also always, once we get into the more Pilates portion, you can use a set of ankle weights on your ankles and or your wrist. No objections there. Let's go ahead and start with a nice yoga flow. Go and come on to a child's pose. Coming onto the floor, sinking your knees wide, pressing your glutes in towards your heels, stretching your fingertips out long, maybe resting your chin or your forehead onto the floor or a block. Really stretching your fingertips out nice and long past the crown of your head, simultaneously pressing your hips in towards your heels. Nice strong breath here, big deep inhale, filling the top of your lungs. And then strong exhale through your mouth. Nice big inhalation all the way to the top of your lungs. And strong exhale out. One more time just like this. Nice big inhale, filling all the way up to the top. Maybe one more little breath. And then strong exhale all the way out. Same thing, breathing in and out through your nose. Deep inhale, all the way to the top. Strong exhale out through your nose. Two more times through. Strong inhale through your nose, filling all the way up to the top. Big exhale out through your nose. One more time through. Strong inhale all the way up in through your nose. Going to the top of your lungs. And a strong exhale out through your nose. Sealing your lips. Maybe roll your head from side to side. Nice neck stretch. You're welcome to tempt your fingers if you like, lifting your palms up off of the floor. Really stretching through your shoulders, keeping your forearms lifted. Maybe relaxing your hands back down to the floor. Walking your hands over to the right side of your mat. You can keep your left arm down, tucking your right arm behind your back for a nice bind. Really stretching that entire left side body. Holding it there for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your right arm back to meet the left. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Right hand flat on the floor or to a block, tucking your left arm behind your right hip for a bind. Feeling that deep stretch all along the right side body. Holding it there for 3, 2, and 1. Stretch your left arm back to meet the right. Walking your hands back to the center. Maybe rolling your head from side to side once more. Really stretching your fingertips long, pressing your glutes in towards your heels. And once you get there, go ahead and walk yourself up, coming to a tabletop position with your wrists directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Go ahead and tuck your toes, bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling, hammocking your belly down towards the floor. And then scoop and arch, relaxing your feet, top shoelace portion of your toes pressed into the floor, rounding your spine upwards, gazing toward your navel or tops of your thighs. Rounding your spine back down, gazing up towards the ceiling. Really press your hips back, stretching your collarbone. Go ahead and scoop and arch, rounding your spine outwards. One more time through. Hammocking your belly, coming into cow. And then scoop and arch, rounding your spine outward, gazing towards your navel. And then go ahead and come to a flat spine. From here, we're going to go ahead and walk our hands back, coming to a kneeling stance. Go ahead and face you all. From here, go ahead and sit on your knees, on your heels. Go ahead and sweep your arms up high overhead. Go ahead and cactus your arms, drawing your gaze up towards the ceiling. Elbows are down. Arms come up, gaze comes forward. Draw your elbows down, fingertips spread wide, gaze towards the ceiling. One more time through. Arms come up and elbows come down. Go ahead and bring your arms back up. Go ahead and bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Your left hand down behind your left foot, gazing over your left shoulder. Maybe lift up and twist another inch or two more. Sweep your arms up high overhead. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right hand behind your right foot, looking over your right shoulder. Maybe straighten your spine. Twist once more. And then go ahead and come back to center. Keep your arms up high overhead. And then go ahead and draw your arms back down. From here, we're going to go ahead and find our tabletop position once more. With your wrists under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Go ahead and lift your right knee, keeping that knee bent and drawing a few hip circles here with your right knee. And then, of course, reversing that direction, really opening up your hip here. And then setting your right knee to meet the left. Now for the left side, really getting that knee up and over. Nice and opening up that left hip and then switching the direction. And then go ahead and set that left knee to meet the right. From your tabletop position, go ahead and tuck your toes. Bring your hands a palm print forward, lifting your hips up, coming into your downward facing dog. Maybe pedal your heels. Walking your dog. Go ahead and lower both of your heels towards the floor, lifting your right leg up towards the sky, really stretching that right leg nice and high. Bend your right knee, opening up your right hip, stacking your right hip on top of your left. From here, go ahead and draw your right knee in towards your nose. Kick it back. Draw your right knee in towards your right elbow. Kick it back. Draw your right knee in toward your left elbow. Hold it there for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and kick your right leg through, coming in a falling triangle. Option, lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to lower and lift for 3. That's 2. And 1. Go ahead and lower the hips. Go ahead and swing the arms around, drawing your hands down behind your left hip. Lift your hips up. And tap down for 3, and 2, and go ahead and lower. Go ahead and coming back, bringing your hands back in front of your right hip. Lift your hips up, coming back to that fallen triangle. Go ahead and lift your right leg back up towards the ceiling, coming back to three-legged dog. Go ahead and step your right foot through, coming into high crescent. Reach your arms up high overhead, shoulders stacked over your hips. We're going to lunge out with cactus arms for 3. Gaze remains forward. And 2. Once more. Go ahead and hold it here in high crescent. Holding it there is going to turn so I can pivot and open up to you guys. Go ahead and open up to warrior 2, pivoting your left toes. Arms are out to a T. From here, go ahead and come to extended side angle. Right arm can be extended on your knee. Bring it out forward. Go ahead and come back to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Go and do it one more time. Coming back to warrior 2. Extended side angle, maybe changing the arms. Please stretch your left fingertips nice and wide. And then reverse. Go ahead and come back up. Coming back to warrior 2. Go ahead and straighten your right leg. Bump your hips back to the left. Tick-tock your arms forward and coming down to triangle. Holding it here. And then reverse. Left arm comes down, right arm comes up overhead. One more time through. Go ahead and coming back. Bringing the right arm down, left arm up. And reversing it. From here, go ahead and cartwheel down around your right foot. Go ahead and release your left knee down towards the floor or to a block. We're going to hinge forward and back. maybe straighten that right leg, flexing your right toes as you straighten the leg. And go ahead and bend into that right knee. Lift up your left knee. We're going to go ahead and step the right foot back. Elbows are in. You can also bring your knees down to the floor. We're going to lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Keep your hands where they are. Untuck your toes. Mini cobra. And relax down. Once more, mini cobra. Pressing up. Go ahead and release back down. Go ahead and extend your left arm long. Go ahead and lift your right leg up and over, bringing it over to the left side body, opening up your shoulder and your hip. Go ahead and roll back to the center. Go ahead and box out, bringing your left hand underneath your shoulder. Go ahead and extend your right arm long. Go ahead and lift your left leg up and over the right side body, opening up your shoulder and your hip. Go ahead and come back down, bringing your hands back under your shoulders. From here, go ahead and pull your hands back under your rib cage. We're going to press all the way up for full cobra. Top shoelace portion of your feet are still pressed into the floor. Tucking your toes, coming through tabletop or pressing up directly a downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal your heels. We're going to repeat that exact same flow, except this time on the left side. All right, go ahead and lower both of your heels down towards the floor. Lift your left leg high up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Keep your left toes flexed. Go ahead and bend your left knee, stacking your hip, opening up your left hip on this side. Coming back through three-legged dog. Go ahead and draw your left knee in towards your nose. Kick it back. Left knee towards your left elbow. Kick it back. Left knee towards your right elbow. Hold it there for 3, 2, and 1. Kick it through, come into fallen triangle. Option to bring your right arm up towards the ceiling. Option to hold it here. You can lower down for 3 and lift. That's 2 and lift. Hold it down on 3. Go ahead and bring your arms back behind you. Need a little bit more space than I do. Go ahead and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Lift and lower for 3 and lift. That's 2 and lift. Hold it lowered here. Swing your arms back around in front, bringing your hands in front of your left hip. Lift your hip up. Go ahead and draw your left knee up, coming back to three-legged dog. We're going to step the left foot through, coming into high crescent. Bring the arms up high overhead, shoulders stacked over your hips. Draw it down, right knee down, cactus the arms for 3, and lift. That's 2. Once more, elbows down, elbows wide. Coming back up, go ahead and pivot the right toes, coming into warrior 2. Keep that deep bend in your front left knee. Arms are out to a T. Coming into extended side angle, left arm can come down to your left knee. You can also extend it out long. You can draw it out in front. You can bring it down towards your ankle, whatever works for you. Coming back through warrior 2. Go ahead and reverse your warrior. Drawing it up. Coming back through warrior 2. One more time through extended side angle. Maybe change the arms. Coming back through warrior 2. Draw that right hand behind your back or down your right leg. Left arm comes up high. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten that front left leg. Bump your hips to the right. Draw your arms forward. Tick-tock your arms. Bring your left hand down towards the floor. Right fingertip stretching it up towards the ceiling. Maybe rotating that right shoulder open. Holding and breathing. Go ahead and come up. Reversing. Right arm down your right leg or behind your back. Left arm comes up. One more time through. Go ahead and keep that left leg straight. Rotate down. And then reverse. Go ahead and come back forward. Cartwheel your hands down in front of your Left knee, deep bend to your left knee, right leg is straight. You can also lower that right knee towards the floor, untucking your right toes. Maybe straighten and bend into that left knee, holding it here, keeping it going, pressing forward and drawing it back. That's it. Go ahead and hold that press forward, deep bend in your front left knee. Go ahead and tuck your right foot, lifting your right leg up off the floor. Go ahead and step your left foot back to meet the right, lowering down slowly for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing all the way down. Palms stay pressing under your shoulders. Untuck your toes. Top shoelace portion of your feet on the floor. Pressing up, mini cobra. Lower back down. Pressing up. This time we're going to hold it for 3. Release your palms in 2 and 1. Go ahead and release back down. From here, extend your left arm out to a T. I'm doing the cactus one because I'm limited on space. We're going to lift that right leg up. Draw it up and over the left hip. Keeping that right arm boxed out. Coming back down in front. From here, extend your right arm long. Keep your left arm boxed out underneath your shoulder. Lift your left leg up and over. Opening up that right shoulder. Opening up that right hip. Go ahead and come back down. Bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders. Walk your hands underneath your rib cage. Pressing all the way up. Holding it here. Gazing up towards the ceiling. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. Back up towards the ceiling. Looking over your right shoulder. Back up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and bring the gaze forward. Go ahead and tuck your toes coming through tabletop or straight to downward facing dog. Maybe pedal your heels once more. With a deep bend in both of your knees, option to step or hop your feet directly behind your wrist. Coming here, sweep your arms up high overhead. From here, we're going to swing the arms back. Hold it low in that chair. Arms come up high overhead. Sweep the arms back. Bring it up. And back. One more time through. Maybe lifting your arms higher. Each time, keep the arms up overhead. We're going to swing the right arm back. Gaze over the right shoulder. Draw the right arm back in front. Left arm comes back. Gaze over that left shoulder. Bring it up. 2 more times each side. Right arm comes back. Gaze towards your right fingertips. Right arm comes forward. Left arm sweeps back. Draw it forward. 1 more time through each side. Bring it back. Left arm sweeps back. And forward. Go ahead and draw your arms up high overhead. Swan dive forward. Forward fold. Come to a half lift, hands to shins. Crown of your head away from your body. Back to a forward fold. Letting your neck hang nice and loose. Maybe shake it yes. Maybe shake it no. You can come to ragdoll by grabbing opposite elbows with a micro bend in both of your knees. Maybe swaying from side to side. From here, go ahead and release your hands back down towards the floor. Go ahead and place your right hand on the floor. Left arm comes up towards the ceiling. Your gaze can be up or down. And then release your left hand onto the floor. Out in front, right arm sweeps up. Gaze can be up or down. Go ahead and release your right arm back to the floor. Maybe bend and extend into both of your knees. From here, with the micro bend in both your knees, gently roll it slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulder blades back and forward. All right, we're nice and warm now. Go ahead and have a sip of water. And we're going to come into some more work here. At this time is when you would like, if you would like, you can place those ankle weights on your ankles. Otherwise, go ahead, whether you have those ankle weights on or not. Find your high plank position.
You can also always work from a tabletop. So if we're working in a high plank with our legs extended back, with our back flat, always an option is to come into a tabletop with your knees directly under your hips, your wrists, no matter what, are directly under your shoulders. So if you're working in that tabletop or high plank, go ahead and find that position. From here, we're going to work the right leg first. Point the right toes, lift that right leg. We're going to raise and lower, tap it down, step it out. And we got 5 with the right, 5 with the left. This is 4 if you're staying with me. Slow and controlled. Raise and lower, tap it out. And in. Same thing if you have that left knee down, raise and lower, tap it out, back in, raise and lower, tap it out, back in. Go ahead and set that right foot down or your right knee down. We're going to do the exact same thing, 5 in each side with that left leg. We're going to raise and lower, hold it nice and straight. Left toes pointed, tap it out, tap it back in, raise and lower, tap it out, and keep it going, whether you're in that high plank or tabletop position. If you're with me, you've got 2 more. Slow and controlled. Your core is engaged. That's it. Stay with it. 1 more here on the left side. All right, go ahead and bring those knees gently down. Maybe move your hips from side to side. Keep it going. It's a nice organic movement of your hips. Go ahead and come onto your back. From here, you can use that block if you like. You're going to place that block on your shins. This allows you, so if you're tilting your legs from one side to the other, you're going to lose that block. So go ahead and keep your legs zipped together. Your toes can be relaxed, pointed, or flexed. We're going to draw the arms up overhead, legs extend long, sweep the arms around, reach for the ankles, knees bend, extend the arms and legs long, crunch everything up, knees bend to your chest, hands towards your ankles, and extend. Keep it going. Lower back stays pressed into the floor, and extend. That's it. Legs stay zipped together. If you lose that block, that's okay. You can pick it right back up, or you can keep it off to the side. Using it on your shin just gives you a little bit more to think about. Keeping your form always top of your mind. And extend. Keep it going. Arms sweep down towards the outside ankle. Same arm, same ankle. And full extension. As you extend your arms and legs, keep them to a hover. The depth that you go is up to you. The lower that you lower your limbs, the more challenging it's going to be. That's it. Give me 3 more here. Slow and controlled, full extension. Hold it. And bend everything together. 2 more. Full extension. Bend everything back together. Once more. Full extension. Bend everything back together. Go ahead and set that block off to the side. From here, we're going to stay lowing. We're going to stay laying on our back. Keep your right leg long. Lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. You want that leg to be straight, but you can also have a micro bend in that knee. What you want to do is you want to pull that calf, maybe your thigh, maybe your foot towards you. No matter what, you want to avoid that kneecap at all costs. So you want to pull it towards you for 2, and then switch. Pull, and switch. Keep it going. Point your toes. As you extend one leg up to the ceiling, the opposite leg is going to be hovering that floor. Don't let it rest on that floor. Keep it going. Pulling that thigh towards you. Maybe that calf. Maybe that foot. You've got it. You can keep that leg straight. You can also keep a micro bend in that leg and that knee. You've got it. Elbows stay nice and wide. Keeping your shoulders lifted the entire time. Really keeping that resistance on your upper abs. By raising and lowering your legs, you're working those lower core muscles. That's it. Keep it going. Tiny little pulses, 2 pulses, and then switch. Give me 2 more on each leg, slow and controlled. Slow it down as much as you need to. 1 more on each leg. That's it. All right, go and draw your knees in towards your chest, placing your hands on top of your shins, just beneath your knees. You can also grab the underside of your thighs on your hamstrings for a nice crunch and a curl. From here, we're going to rock and roll ourselves up to a seated position, and then we're going to come down, laying onto your left side, maybe propping your left hand up, raising your head. Few options here. You can keep that leg straight. You can also keep a bend that lower leg. You want that top leg to be straight. You can also keep your top hand boxed out. Any of those combinations. You want that top right leg straight. You want your right toes pointed. We're going to raise and lower, slow and controlled. The height that you raise that leg is up to you. We have 10 on the right side, so go slower, more controlled. If you're with me, we got 6 more after this one. That's it. 5 more. Keep it going. You're halfway there. And 4. Core is engaged. That's 3. Keep it up. 2 more. And lower. Last one. All right, go ahead and hold that right leg to a hover. So you want to be about hip height, maybe slightly lower. From here, keeping your right arm boxed out. This is a fun new one. We're going to raise and lower that lower leg. So we're going to lift to tap and lower. Keep that core nice and engaged. That's 3. You've got it. And 2. That's it. That's keeping it going. Almost there. You got this. Keep that right leg nice and straight. Really pressing through towards your toes. Give me 3 more here. And lower. 2 more. Then we're going to lower that left leg and hold it on the floor. Last one. Go ahead and release that left leg on the floor. Go ahead and flex your right foot, still with that right leg straight. We're going to swing that leg forward and backwards. So, however far you swing that leg forward and backward is up to your hip mobility. So maybe you can swing it really far forward. Maybe you can swing it really far back. Most important thing is you want to keep that top hip. You want to keep that hip completely straight. You can bend deeper into that lower leg. You can keep that top right hand boxed out to give you more support to keep that right hip directly over your left. Wherever you're at, swinging that top leg, keeping that leg lifted, you've got it. Keep it going. Small movements here. They can be as small as you'd like or as large as you like. Most importantly, you want them to be slowed down. So that right leg is straighter. That right toe is flexed more. Your top right hip stays directly over your bottom left. That's it. Give me 1 more in each direction. All right, go ahead and release that top right leg down. Go ahead and come onto your back. From here, extend your arms and legs long in opposite directions. Your feet are wider than your hips. Your hands are wider than your shoulders. We have a half X crunch. So we're going to crunch up, bringing our right hand to our left toes. Reach down, crunch up, left hand to our right toes. Alternating opposite hand, opposite foot, right hand, left toes. Reach down, left hand to right toes. Reach down. You can also reach your hand to your knee. If you want to bend into that knee, left hand towards your opposite knee. Reach down. You can bring your elbow to your knee. Reach down. Keeping it going. If you want more of a challenge, keep that arm and leg straight and extend. Full extension here. Your legs remain keeping that X. Your arms also remain keeping that X. You've got it. Opposite hand to toe and switch. You can do opposite hand to knee and switch. Opposite elbow to knee and switch. Doing what you can today. Let's do once more on each side. Right hand, left leg. Crunch up and tap. Release down. Left hand, right leg. Tap down. All right. Go ahead and roll on to your right side. We're going to do those same moves on our left leg here. Go ahead and come on to your right side, maybe propping your head up with your right hand. Again, your legs can be extended straight. That's the most challenging. You can bend that lower leg. You can keep that top left hand boxed out. Do whatever you can today. You do want to keep that top left hip stacked directly over your bottom right, no matter where your leg or arm placement is. Straight left leg, strong point through your left toes. We're going to raise and lower. Your core is nice and engaged. Keep it going. That's 3. 7 more here. And 4. Still going. And 5. Halfway there. Core is nice and engaged. Think slower, more controlled. And 7. You've got 8. And 9. One more, and we're going to hold that left leg to a hover. And 10. Hold that left leg to a hover. Keep that left leg straight. Your left toes are pointed more. We're going to raise and lower. That lower right leg, lifting it up. You're really working those inner and outer thighs. You're working your ab muscles by lifting and lowering that bottom right leg. Your hips remain stacked, so don't stagger those hips. Don't let your hips roll forward or backward. Maybe keeping your top left hand out in front. You can also bring your left arm up towards the ceiling. Whoop. A little bit more of a challenge there for your core work. Most important thing is you want to look over your left shoulder or look past your left hip and see your left toes. Give me 2 more here. Raise and lower. We're going to lower that right leg and hold it on the floor. All right, keep that right leg lowered. Go ahead and flex your left toes. That left leg stays straight. You can bend into that lower leg if you'd like. We're going to bring that left leg forward and back. Now, once again, that range of motion is totally up to you. Keep it going. Don't worry about how far forward or how far back you're moving that top left leg. The most important thing is that you're keeping that top left hip stacked directly over your bottom right the entire duration of this move. Keep it going. Full range of motion here. Bring it forward and back. That's it. Just a few more like this. Keeping it going. Full range of motion forward. Full range of motion back. That range of motion is up to you. Whatever you can do today, keep that going. That's it. Give me 1 more in each direction, forward and backwards. All right, go ahead and release that left leg down. From here, we're going to work those arms so you can bring that block between your thighs, because working just one part is never fun. Go ahead and bring your feet and your knees hip width apart and parallel. Your feet are flat on the floor. Your hands are scooted behind you, fingertips facing your bum. We're going to lift our hips up, coming to that reverse tabletop position. From here, bend your elbows to tap your glutes towards the floor, working into those triceps. As you bend those elbows, bend them directly back, not outwards, keeping that focus in your triceps. Your feet are flat on the floor. Your core is nice and engaged. Really squeeze your thighs together. keeping that block in place. Glutes tap down and lift by bending and extending those elbows. Keep it going, full motion. Lowering and lifting everything here, keeping your fingertips close in towards your glutes. Lower and lift. Elbows bend, elbows extend. That's it. Give me 10 more. And 9. That's 8. Lose the block in 7. And 6. 5 more. Stay with it. And 4. That's 3. 2 more. All right, go ahead and release your hips down. Go ahead and set that block off to the side. Coming back to that position. You can also roll back onto your forearms if you would like. From here, we're going to extend that right leg straight. So your left knee stays bent. Your left foot is flat on the floor. We're going to extend that right leg straight to a hover. We're going to raise and lower. Keep it to a hover. Slide it out and in. Raise and lower. Take it out and in. So we're working those lower abs, working your quads as you lift that leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe your knee can tap your right shoulder. In, out. Keep it going. This is 5. If you're staying with me, your hips are flat on the floor, really pressing your glutes down into the floor. That's it. Still going. Still moving. Open and close. Right leg raise and lower and open and close. 3 more here on the right side. That's it. Your palms can be flat on the floor. You can also bring the top of your hand onto the ground as well. Once you're done, go ahead and place your right foot to meet the left. And now we have the exact same thing on the left side. Go ahead and extend your left leg long to a hover. Straight left leg, strong point through your toes. Palms can be facing up or down. We're going to raise and lower. Left leg open and close. Raise and lower. Open and close. Keep it going. That's it. Keeping it going. And open. Lift and lower. Open and close. Keep it going. Your right foot is flat on the floor. Trying to get your left leg closer to the ground by hovering without touching. As you raise that left leg up towards the ceiling, trying to get that left leg closer towards your same shoulder. Give me 3 more. Left leg raise and lower. Open and close. 2 more. Raise and lower. Open and close. Once more here. All right, go ahead and lay all the way back. From here, we're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees are open. Your palms are pressed down by your hips. Really pressing in from the pinky toe all the way towards your heel on the outer portion of your foot. We have glute bridge raise and lower with the knees tracking open, working the outermost part of your glutes. Just a raise and a lower. Still going, still moving, keeping it going, slow and controlled. Hips raise, hips lower, really stretching that inner and outer thigh from all the work that you had just did. Keep it going, raise and lower. Still going. That's it. Tiny movements here. Lifting your hips as high as you can. Keeping your feet glued together. Soles of your feet are zipped in together. Your pinky all the way down to your heel is glued into the floor. Keep it going. Raise and lower. Abs are engaged. Your hips are staying parallel, so avoid letting one hip lift higher than the other or one hip droop down more than the other. Keep it going. Raise and lower. That's it. Once more. All right, go ahead and draw your knees in towards your chest. Keeping your knees nice and wide. Maybe circling out your ankles. Maybe point and flex. Avoid grabbing at your knee. Go ahead and lift your legs up towards the ceiling. Arms towards your toes. Maybe point and flex your feet and your wrist. Maybe circling out your wrists and your ankles. And then, of course, reversing that direction. Go ahead and draw your right knee in. Extend your left leg long. Drawing your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Avoiding your rib cage. Grabbing beneath your right knee on your right shin. You can also grab underneath on your thigh if that is more comfortable for you. If you like a more active stretch, keep the left toes flexed. You can still circle out the right if you'd like. Tuck your chin, lifting your shoulder blades off of the floor. Hold it there for 3, 2, and 1. Release your shoulders down if you had them lifted. With your left hand, grab the outside of your right knee. Place your right hand back to the floor. Pull your right knee across the left side of your body, looking over your right shoulder, keeping both shoulders onto the floor. You can extend that right arm long. You can also cactus that arm wherever you are at, holding it for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and draw the right knee back in towards your shoulder as you roll onto your back. Maybe drawing a few circles with your right knee. And then reversing that direction. Go ahead and extend your right leg long, drawing your right knee in towards drawing your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Avoiding your rib cage, really drawing that left knee up and over towards the outside of your left shoulder. Maybe circling out your ankles once more. Trying to keep both of your shoulders flat on the floor. If you're here and you'd like a deeper stretch, you're more than welcome to stay here, or you can keep the right toes flexed. Option is still circle out that left ankle. Tuck your chin, lifting your shoulders off the floor. Wherever you are at, holding it for 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down, your shoulders, your right heel. With your right hand, grab the outside of your left knee. Left hand down by your left hip. Pull your left knee across the right side of your body, looking over your left shoulder. Maybe extend your left arm out to a T. You can also cactus that arm, keeping your elbow bent to 90 degrees. Both shoulders relaxed firmly on the floor. Just holding and breathing. Go ahead and come back to center, rolling your back onto the floor, keeping your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Maybe drawing a few circles here with your left hip, and then reversing the direction. Go ahead and draw both knees in towards the same shoulder. Go ahead and bend and extend your knees, drawing your knees in towards your rib cage, maybe grabbing the soles of your feet. You can also grab the underside of your thigh for happy baby. Your back is pressed into the floor. You can roll from side to side if you'd like. You can also come into Ninja Baby by laying on your back, extending one leg and drawing the opposite in. Of course, switching. You're welcome to extend both of your legs if that is comfortable for you. Go ahead and find a bend back into your knees. Cross your arms in front of you. Rock and roll yourselves a few times like a ball. Nice spinal stretch here. As many times as you'd like or as you need. Go ahead and come up to a standing position with your feet wider than your hips. Go ahead and extend your toes out. Arms are out to a T. Bend into your left knee and pivot over your left foot. Bring your right arm down, left arm up. Your gaze can be up or down. And then bring your left hand down. Straighten your left leg and bend. Go ahead and hold it straight. Walk your hands to the center, over to the left side, your left hand toward your right toes or a block. Go ahead and bend into your right knee. Right arm sweeps up high overhead, gazing up or down. Maybe straightening and bending into that right knee. Go ahead and hold it straight. Bring your right hand down. Bring your hands back to the center with a forward fold. Gently roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Once you get there, roll your shoulder blades back, maybe forward, and give yourselves a big round of applause. Fantastic work, everyone, today. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Make sure you stretch as much as you need to. Drink plenty of water. See you all next time. Thank you.